Eno mu Palamenti omuliro gutokota butokosi kyakutedda ennaali yeyasedda anti Joel Ssenyonyi akulira gavumenti ya Kyagulanyi mu Palamenti alidde obuwuka ono Kyagulanyi yamulonda ng'alina ensonga enkulu ebintu baali balowooza bigenda kuba byamannyo wenu akati nno tutandise ekiri eno kitokota ebigambo byasobye dda Joel Ssenyonyi akikutumu ankutwale saagala nkulise olabe mu Palamenti omulembe si gwa kusaaga twagala ntebe byonna ebikyamu ebikolebwa birina okukoma omulembe gwa Kyagulanyi gwete Uganda empya kale Joel Ssenyonyi kabitugambe kiri eno nno mu Palamenti.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to join colleagues in appreciating the committee for this report. Three critical things, Right Honorable Speaker. One, Uganda is host to the largest number of refugees in Africa. In fact, as of 2022, we had nearly 1.5 million, and that number is growing. Now, it's good manners, good neighborliness to let people who are running away from precarious situations, and you give them shelter and you give them a place of refuge, as it were, and we should not stop doing that. But I think we need to compel the Minister of Foreign Affairs to engage our neighboring countries, because Uganda should not be carrying this burden entirely on its own. This number continues to grow by the day, and it's having negative impacts back home. So we want to welcome refugees, yes, but can we deal with this situation? Can we engage other governments so that Uganda does not get shoulder this burden alone? That's one. Number two, and if there is some kind of engagement, maybe the Minister of Foreign Affairs should update this House what exactly is happening so that we know we are not just sitting on this issue. Number two, there's a challenge of the host communities. I've been looking at the report and seeing how disempowered the host communities are. And now I'm getting more bothered about the host communities beyond just the refugees. So that, because this is the report, and the report is going beyond just the refugees. Take an example. In Ajumani, out of 3 counties in the district, none of them has a health center for, contrary to existing policies of a health center for per county. That bothers me. I'm now more concerned about our own. Yes, welcome the refugees, but you see, in this situation, even if the refugees were not there, the locals are in a precarious situation themselves. In Mumbai district, 2 counties had no health centers, while 2 others had no health facilities at all. How? In 2024, government. This is beyond now the refugees. This is about our own people, Ugandan people. And it's captured here in this report. In several others, we are talking about pressure on education, pressure on sanitation, and so on. Right, Honorable Speaker, I think we need to compel government to be a lot more serious, number one, about the people of Uganda, and then by extension, the refugees. Let's welcome them, because even ourselves, you might find yourself in a situation that requires you to require shelter elsewhere. But as we do that, can we empower our local communities first and foremost on their own, for their own good, away from the refugees? Because I'm saying, even if the refugees were not in place, these communities don't have health center force. How?
1951 Convention relating the status of refugees in 1967 protocol, henceforth jointly referred to as 1951 Convention on Refugees. That was on September 27th, 1976. The country also read the broad regional 1969 OAU Convention concerning specific aspects of refugee problems in Africa in 1987. And we are discussing here the specifics on how to either accommodate, whether to allow it, whether to. Those specifics were clearly elucidated in the 1987 protocol, which we are signatory. Mr. Speaker, Uganda also acceded to the 1984 Convention relating the status of status persons on the 15th of April 1965 with no reservations, but also not state party 1961 Convention on reduction on stateless persons. The Speaker, hearing the debate here and also arising from what is contained in the report, having had the guidance, I want to plead with this House that we agree that the number of discrepancies, the number of hiccups in this report, some of which are even showing discords with our own refugee policy. And accordingly, I would like to agree with your earlier guidance, Mr. Speaker, that this House can permit, we can refer this report back for refinement to make us look neat, to make us look coherent with what is contained in our refugee policy and also in accordance with the International Refugee Convention to which we are signatory. Mr. Speaker, in 2009, a special summit of African Union sat here and resolved in Kampala Declaration of refugees. We have that on record. And we discuss and put out, but what has to be that this is a Kampala Declaration on refugees. And the report seems to have a lot of discord.
We're speaking only a population of about 55,000 nationals. 135,000 people in Obongi district are refugees. And then we are discussing and debating on this important issue of equity in actual opportunities for host and refugee communities. It touches hearts. Refugees are right. Government and the international community has a duty to protect, provide, to facilitate the progressive realization of the rights of refugees for public services. But within this context, we need, Mr. Speaker, to be guided by the global compact on refugees. That requires us to see to the security of refugees wherever. That requires that we have access to services. But importantly, that requires that host countries and host communities are supported by the international community to ensure